Dividends. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Dividends, which are also known as passive income, is basically money that you make while you sleep. This is just a portion of money that comes in from holding any types of shares in certain types of companies. And that is all income that comes directly to you, which can be reinvested, or you can just take it out every month and use it for expenses. What's going on, everyone? My name's Jose, and today I'm going to be talking about how much money you need to invest in order to reach at least $100 in passive income each month. I'm going to be breaking this down into 5 different things. So it's going to be 2 stocks, 1 REIT, and then 2 other ETFs. So these stocks and the REITs and the ETFs, they all give out dividends every single month, or sometimes quarterly, or once a year. I'm gonna do a calculation. I'm just basically gonna be looking like that guy from The Hangover, and I'll show you all the numbers and all the money that you need in order to receive that $100 passive income. Let's go ahead and move on to the computer. So the first share we have on the list is AT&T. AT&T gives out a whopping 7.3% dividend yield, which equals up to about $2.08 for every single share that you own of AT&T. So now the calculation that we're gonna do here is super simple, and if you have any dividend stock that you're wondering about, you can do the same thing here. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take how much we want to receive every single month, which in this case is $100, and then we're going to multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. So that gives you $1,200 because that's what you want, $100 every single month times 12. And now all you have to do is basically just divide the $1,200 divided by the $2.08, or the annual payout for whatever stock you're looking for. And that's going to give you the amount of shares that you need for a specific stock. And then you take that final number and you multiply it by the share price. That gives you the amount that you basically have to invest in order to receive that amount of money that you want to receive, right? So let's do it with AT&T. So we want $100 a month times 12, that's $1,200. And then we have the $2.08. So we're going to divide 1,200 divided by the 2.08, which is going to give me 576. We'll call it 577. So that's the amount of shares that we need from AT&T in order to receive $100 a month, or the $1,200 annually. So now what we do is we do the 577 times the 2868, which is the actual share price amount that AT&T is trading for right now. And we get a whopping $16,548. So that's the amount of money that you would have to invest into AT&T in order to receive $100 a month. Now that you guys get the gist of it, I'm going to go ahead and do it for AbbVie. AbbVie, if you don't know them, they're a pharmaceutical company. They're super huge and they give out a great dividend every single year. Their dividend yield is 5.42% annually, and it's a $4.72 that they pay out for every single share. So now, like we want to do before, is the $1,200 divided by the annual payout, which is $4.72. That's going to give us 254 shares. And then we multiply the 254 times the amount that it's trading at, which is $86.12, and you get $21,874. So you're gonna need $21,874 invested into AbbVie in order to receive that $100 a month. AT&T is looking like a great buy right now, just compared to just this one right here. But let's move on and we'll see what happens. So the next one we have here is an ETF, and you guys probably hear me mention this in my videos all the time, and their name is VOO, and which is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. I love them. Honestly, they've been doing really well for me ever since, I started buying them, I think at like $270, which is a little, high, but right now it's trading above $306 as we see it here. And let's go ahead and see their dividend. Their dividend yield is 1.73%, which is not on the high end, but if you look at their annual payout, is $5.35 per share, which in my eyes, it looks really well. So let's do our calculation. We do the 1,200 divided by the annual payout, which is $5.35, and that gives you 224 shares. So that 224, we multiply it by the share price at the current time right now is $306.72, and that gives you a $68,705 investment in VOO in order to receive $100 a month in dividends. So yes, that is definitely on the high side, and regardless, you still get the the growth from the S&P 500 in your pocket. So it goes both ways. Obviously $68,000 is a lot, but hey, it comes with a dividend and you'll be super diversified. So now our fifth selection is a very well-known stock in the oil industry, and that is Chevron. Chevron also gives out a huge dividend yield, which as we can see by here is 7.33% of the shares, and that's about $5.16 every single year per share. Right now, the oil industry is not in the best position, and that's why they're probably trading at $71. So if you look at them, they were actually trading before at about $120 right before the whole illness happened. And I mean, it dropped all the way down to the 50s, and now it's just trying to pick back up, but now it's seeing another downturn. So now let's do the calculation. So it's $1,200 divided by the annual payout of $5.16, which gives us 233 shares approximately. So 233 times the share price, which is $71.19. So that gives us a $16,587 investment in Chevron right now for it to give you $100 a month. So now that I'm looking at these numbers, I'm actually thinking that Chevron is probably one of the better options there, just because the potential growth in there, as well as that dividend for the $16,000, it's massive. I mean, think about it. This share could go up to $120 and you're going to gain $50 per share, and you're going to have like 200 plus shares. That's massive growth. Plus you're still, getting that annual payment of $5.16 per share. So there you have it, guys. My top two picks out of these five that I just looked at would definitely have to be Chevron number one, and then number two, it would be AT&T. So Chevron number one, because of that share growth potential. I mean, like I said, the oil industry right now is doing really bad. So that can actually decrease, and you might lose some money, but you still have that dividend payout. Hopefully they don't cut those dividends, because then that will be really bad for us. And then the second one, AT&T, I think because it also has a lot of growth potential. I think they were trading at about $38, almost $40 before all of this happened. So their growth potential is there as well. And they're a huge telecommunications company. They also do a lot of things with like DirecTV, even though they were trying to sell it before. But it is a good company. I think like in the next 10 years, hopefully it can grow a lot more. And there you have it, guys. This is my analysis of what you need in order to make $100 a month. And what you should also take into consideration is that all of this money just gets reinvested. Well, that's if you have that option and you don't want to take out that $100 every single month, right? So that dividend reinvestment is just going to keep buying shares, because it's being reinvested. And then by the end of the year, you're going to have way more shares than you had in the previous year. Just remember, dividends are not guaranteed. These are things that the companies can cut at any moment and just say, hey, you know what? We're not going to give these out anymore because we're going through a rough patch. So make sure that you do your due diligence and you consult a financial professional before you do any type of investing activities. And like I always say, we're here breaking the cycle, making sure that our future generations are wealthy and healthy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.